Now you might be about to go down in the comments and say, are you an idiot? It's just April and Flipkart BBD is still months to go. How the hell are you making a video like this? Well, number one, it is the right time to make this video as a lot of you guys might need some time to save up some money in order to get a Samsung S series phone, and this will help you understand how much money should you be saving in order to get your desired phone. And number two, I'm not making this video randomly. I have been following this sale trend for a really long time, and obviously will be showing you proofs of what I will be saying in this video, like why this phone might be costing around 40,000 rupees or why not, or why it won't be available in the sales or not, etc, etc. With that said, let's start probably with the most desired S series phone for a lot of people this year. That's the Samsung S24fe. This was again launched at a stupid pricing of 60,000 rupees and people bought it too as usual. But at least this year this was another good FE series phone since the Samsung S20fe. Why? Well, it got a big display with a little thicker bezels that you might like or might won't, but overall it's a gorgeous display which is protected by the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on both the front and the back with IP68 ratings and a solid aluminum frame, so no issues in durability. The Exynos 2400E is actually a good processor, well, not for heavy usage or gaming, but it is a very capable one and way better than last year's Exynos 2200 present on the S23fe. The cameras will be the biggest selling point of this one, with 50MP main with OIS, 12MP ultra wide angle camera, 8MP 3x telephoto lens and a 10MP front camera. Basically the same hardware from the S23fe. And if you were looking for a camera phone in a budget, this is it. And also after a long time, this FE series phone has a respectable battery life with the 4700 mAh capacity with no charge in the box of course, but yes, do expect a little to moderate heating and battery life issues if used heavily or extensively. But overall a very good package for almost any light to moderate user, and expected pricing should be around 30 to 35,000 rupees without charger of course, as last year with the S23fe or the year before with the S21fe, this was the pricing situation around the BBD, so expect it around the same for this one too. Also you might want to know about the S23fe. Now that you have realized that the S24fe could be found so cheap, well, this one would be good for people whose phone usage is relatively light, else you might be a little or a lot disappointed by the battery life, which is about average, and heating issues, which is not always but mainly during any heavy task. The cameras are still really good for the price with good premium build quality and obviously Samsung software support. But again, as said, I will recommend this to any normal or light user. Expect this to be around 25,000 rupees or 28,000 rupees during the sales, as last year the S23fe was already available at around 28,000 rupees to 32,000 rupees, and the S21fe last year was available at around 25,000 rupees, but on Amazon getting a festival sale. So this year the S23fe might be sold on Amazon instead of the Flipkart BBD sales. And forget about the Samsung S21fe, it has a very high chance of not being available anywhere anymore, let alone being in the sales, and even if it comes, please don't buy that anymore, be it offline or online or refurbished or whatever, mainly because of its heating and battery life issues. Now let's talk about the big boys, the actual flagship, starting off with the last year's favorite, the Samsung S23. And to be honest, apart from the small 3900 mAh battery, which by the way for its size can still give you some good battery life, but around 5 to 6 hours maximum on moderate usage, everything else is flagship grade. Like first of all, it's a compact flagship phone which a lot of people loves, with the Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection for the front and the back, with obviously an IP68 rating and the solid aluminum build. Then a powerful Snapdragon Gen 2 for Galaxy inside, with excellent set of cameras, that's 50MP main with OIS, 10MP 3x telephoto lens, 12MP ultra wide angle camera and 12MP front cameras, which is still the exact same used on the S24 and the S25. So overall a good package for any moderate user, as the battery life and even heating issues might occur here and there due to its compactness and heavy uses. And I expect the pricing to be around 35,000 rupees to 38,000 rupees, but I have big doubts over the stock availability of this one, especially around the BBD sales. So don't keep your hopes high for this one during those sales. But I can say the same for the Samsung S23 Plus, as even in last year's BBD sale there were stock issues and even the pricing. So very high chances of this one not being available in the sales anymore, so I can't give you any expected pricing quotations here. And for the S23 Ultra, I don't have to say anything special, as it's already a special phone. It was the best of Samsung about 2 years ago, but still one of the best phones you can buy even now, if you have the budget of course, and if you care about a best-in-class display, build quality, software, and of course cameras and performance, and a better implementation of the S Pen if you care about that. Last year it was available on Amazon sales at around 70,000 rupees to 75,000 rupees mostly, and I think this year it might be available at around 65,000 rupees easily, and maybe on Amazon this year too, but not that sure with its stock availability around the sale time. So if you get it at that price, buy it, because the stocks might disappear very soon. The Samsung S24 has been harshly treated since it got launched, and to a point it deserved it. You had the Samsung S23 at cheaper pricing even without any sales, which which provided almost everything that the S24 provided, as these two are basically the same phone, or you can even count in the Samsung S25 among these, as all of these are basically identical. But yes, the S24 does have a little better display with thinner bezels and brighter pixels and a little bigger battery, at least in size. That's 4000 mAh battery as compared to S23's 3900 mAh battery. But even with a smaller battery, it sometimes outperforms the Samsung S24 with better heat management, thanks to Samsung Baby the Exynos 2400. But yeah, now it's a lot better, but still expect performance stability issues during heavy tasks. But yeah, overall not a bad phone as of now. And last year it was actually available at around 52,000 rupees to 55,000 rupees on Amazon. So this said it will be available there for sales, but might also have a little chance of being available on Flipkart. Anyways, you can expect it to be around 40 to 48,000 rupees during the sales for the base variant. But if the S23 is available at around 35,000 rupees, then I think that would be a much better pick than this one if you don't care much about getting longer software updates. And the big brother of this one, the S24 Plus, will be available on Flipkart, I guess, where you get everything bigger, like a bigger display, a bigger battery, bigger Exynos problem. Just kidding. But it might be available at around 60 to 65,000 rupees. But I have some doubts on the stock issues again of this one, as last year the S23 Plus was also kind of not there during the sales, so can't say anything surely about this one too. Then you get the only S24 series phone that people loved, mainly due to using a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 unlike the other two with Exynos 2400, the Samsung S24 Ultra. And it got everything you expect from an Ultra phone, and obviously better than the S23 Ultra in almost every department. And keeping in mind that the S23 Ultra has a 50-50 chance of coming in the sales this year, you can expect this to be around 75,000 rupees to 80,000 rupees, or if lucky then you might get it around 70,000 rupees or 75,000 rupees, which I have my doubts upon, but expect the pricing to be around that. And again, nothing special to mention here, you get everything Ultra on this one as one would expect. A stunning looking display, a great build quality, great cameras and great performance. Now the latest S25 series, starting off with the base Samsung S25, and it's obviously an upgrade over the S24 and definitely an upgrade over the S23, mainly in the battery department and heating and performance departments, and slightly in the cameras, thanks to using Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy all throughout the series. And also from this side you get 12GB of RAM and 256GB as the base storage, so the pricing is obviously higher at around 81,000 rupees, and so during the sales don't expect a big price discount, but expect it to be around 70,000 rupees at best, or if lucky around 65 to 70,000 rupees, just like the S23 Ultra. So what would you pick between these two if this comes around the same price? Let me know in the comments. The Samsung S25 Plus, which again is the bigger brother of the S25, with again 12GB RAM and 256GB of storage this year for the base variant, and the pricing is actually around 1 lakh rupees as of now. And again, keeping in mind last year Samsung S24 Plus's price drop, you could expect it to be around 80,000 rupees. Again, if this becomes true, then it would be giving a tight fight to the Samsung S24 Ultra, even though I think the S24 Ultra would be a much better pick overall. And as you would expect, if you like to get the best Samsung device at least as of this year, then you have to get the Samsung S25 Ultra. Now again, if you were to find the differences between the S23 Ultra and the S24 Ultra and this one, then there wouldn't really be big differences between these. Yes, you get a better display with a better processor and a slight better cameras, but yeah, it's the same but different situation here. But overall, it's almost the same devices. Anyways, the pricing is similar to last year's Samsung S24 Ultra, and it could be found around 1,25,000 rupees as of now. So expect it to be around 1,15,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees during the sales for its base 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. And again guys, these are mainly assumptions, but again these are not random or guesses by any means. So yeah, you can expect the pricing of these Samsung S series phones as mentioned in the video. And let me know in the comments if you have any other doubts and watch these other videos too. And as always, till the next one, this was Ideep. See you guys.